we're reacting to the Volkswagen Beetle and its dark origins. Now I can imagine the Volkswagen and its illustrious history because, I mean, frankly, I know a lot about it just by hearing about it. I know, it was one of the, I think it was one of the serial killer's cars. I know it was. I think Dahmer. I think Dahmer drove a Beetle, and I think it was because, like, him and his friend, he was just trying to copy somebody that he really liked or something, wanted to emulate. Anyway, let's get into this shiznit. You know what I mean? Simple history. 3.68 million subs. This video was posted on November 18th. It's got 355k views. It's a lot. It's a lot. But we about to get learned. We're gonna learn the Volkswagen. We're gonna learn about the Volkswagen Beetle and its dark origins. Okay. Okay. Let's get into it. Bloof, baby, bloof, baby, bloof.
Volkswagen, the automobile of the Third Reich.
Oh.
The idea behind the Volkswagen, or people's car, was initially conceived in the early 1930s,
of the Third Reich.
Coming to fruition by the outbreak of the Second World War. Adolf Hitler, the Führer of Nazi Germany, commissioned a vehicle that would be affordable, practical, and most importantly, available to every member of society.
Hitler looks like he hasn't slept in 4 days.
The general production of the Volkswagen ultimately stalled during the Second World War. However, the Third Reich was forced to mobilize its national industries in order to
kind of makes sense. Volkswagen's a German company, isn't it?
Efforts.
I mean, really does make sense.
In 1934, Adolf Hitler proposed two ideas: domestic highways and an affordable automobile. The Autobahn, literally meaning motorway or highway, was planned to be 6,000 kilometers long, 4 lanes wide, and fully completed within 5 years.
Didn't that
At a
they actually have that?
in Frankfurt, Hitler himself shoveled the first sod.
That's crazy. Like one of their major attractions that people go to Germany for was made by Hitler.
Depression, however, Germany had
and I'm pretty sure you can go really fast on the Autobahn.
To counter this, the Third Reich solicited designs for small, affordable cars.
That's crazy.
Automobiles that would be exempt from the class-based tradition of car ownership. Hitler and his subordinates wanted a car that was 1,000 Reichsmarks or less, could reach a speed of 50 miles per hour, and was fuel efficient.
What is 1,000 Reichsmarks? Is that their weight system?
Porsche was tasked with designing a small car to meet the Reich's needs. The automobile designer had once worked for Daimler-Benz before starting his own consulting business in 1931.
Daimler-Benz? Is that Mercedes?
Porsche worked closely with the Reich Association of the German automobile industry, the RDA, to produce his Volksauto, the first prototypes of which were produced in 1936. Porsche came up with several designs between 1934 and 1938, while in 1937, Gesellschaft zur Vorbereitung des Deutschen Volkswagens, MBH, was founded in Berlin.
Holy shit, that name has like 50 letters, dude.
The Volkswagen Group and the People's Car Company.
So Volkswagen was made by Nazis. Interesting.
In 1938.
I wonder if it's still a core part of them. I don't know. Volkswagen, what's up with that? What's up with your Nazi history? I've never even heard about this. Simple history is enlightening me. What is this, Volkswagen? You have some explaining to do. You know? Oh, come on. What are you doing?
The first construction workers
fishy.
to start
You're
building
fishy.
in Wolfsburg were German, but were later supplemented by large numbers of Italian laborers. That same year, Hitler announced the car at a Nazi rally, telling onlookers, "It is for the broad masses that this car has been built. Its purpose is to answer their transportation needs, and it is intended to give them joy." The first Volkswagens produced were released in 1939. People could purchase the VW38, the predecessor of the later Volkswagen Beetle, on an installment plan for 990 Reichsmarks. The car
Reichsmarks was their
to
currency.
More expensive cars in design,
Duh. Weight system. Are you shit? Duh.
The Nazis had hoped to produce 20,000 VW38
so the
in 1939.
Beetle was called a 38 before it was a Beetle.
Follow during 1940 and
17 shots, no 38. I'm like,
when World War II
shoot.
broke out, Germany put the People's Car on hold and used the factory at Wolfsburg for military production. The factory produced bombs, tanks, and carried out repairs on aircraft in 1940. In 1941, a version of the Volkswagen was made that had been specifically designed for the military, called the Kubelwagen. It featured a higher ground clearance.
Come on, let's go. We got to get to the cool Volkswagen.
1939 and
Yeah.
1945.
Good.
It's estimated that 66,285 military vehicles were made in this time, using approximately 20,000 forced laborers that had been relocated to the plant.
Holy. Why did
Women
they?
from Poland were brought in.
Why'd they make them
as
look
early
like
as
they're
June
from the
1940, with
medieval
Soviet prisoners
ages?
also forced to work at the plant from 1941 onwards.
I don't think the women dress like that, even if it was World War II. That's kind of crazy.
Grounds of the plant in early 1942, although it was ultimately shut down by
Look at their
year's end.
arms. Oh my
Dutch
god.
deemed enemies of
They're
the
being
right
tortured so
worked at the
bad.
plant
Their
in
joints are
1943,
fucking
as did
it's
French
just
citizens
like their
and
arms are in
Italian
two separate
laborers
pieces.
Transitioned from free men to prisoners following Italy's truce with the Allied powers. In early 1944, as the Reich's desperation for armaments grew,
That's when they
concentration
were
camps
on the
were
decline,
again
I think,
deemed as
isn't
the
it?
immediate solution
44.
to help bolster production. As a result, 2 satellite concentration camps were built at the site of Fallersleben-Lagerberg, around 3 kilometers from Wolfsburg, and were filled with inmates from the region's main.
Germany, I just gotta say, like, old Germany, what the fuck was y'all obsession with concentration camps? You wanted everybody to concentrate. No, but no, for real, that's fucked up. You guys, that's fucked up, man.
Concentration camp at Neuengamme. In April 1944.
So concentration camps weren't just for Jewish people, I guess. They were also for the Soviet prisoners, which is also equally as terrible and shitty. Wow, I did not know that. So didn't matter who you were to Hitler. If you were an op, you were going into the concentration camp. Fuck Hitler, man. That's fucked up.
Wolfsburg was bombed by American forces, damaging parts of it but not knocking it out of commission. Prisoners from Auschwitz-Birkenau, among other concentration camps, were brought to the plant in May, before the facility was once again bombed by the Americans in August. By the end of 1944,
yeah, America didn't know there was concentration camps, so like, wasn't their fault if they bombed a concentration camp on accident. Because that shit was a war crime, dude. Hitler wanted to maintain his public image back then. He actually did. He didn't want people to know that.
Wolfsburg in early 1945 on their march to Berlin. It was the British who then seized control of the facility and began producing cars to meet the needs of the Allied forces occupying the region. The British-controlled factory produced around 1,800 Volkswagens for military use in 1945 and just over 10,000 in 1946. It was then decided that Volkswagen vehicles should be sent back to England as part of a large-scale plan by the Allies to help repair the German economy. This
is not a bad idea.
Volkswagen an international presence. Cars were subsequently exported to
so
the
that's what
Netherlands,
made
Switzerland, and Belgium,
famous
among
overseas,
other
like within
Western
America
European
and Europe.
countries by 1948. Continuing to grow in popularity, it wasn't long before
That's actually kind of
Volkswagen
crazy.
had broken the shores of the United States, with the first Beetle arriving there in 1949.
Still, medieval ages,
Same
like a
year,
blacksmith.
British
People didn't
authorities
dress like that,
ultimately decided
dude.
to hand control of the factory back over to the West German government upon the official formation of the Federal Republic of Germany. Having helped to stimulate the economy in the difficult post-war period, Volkswagen
Let's
was one of
go,
several
West
industrial giants that
Germany.
no doubt contributed to the so-called German economic miracle that witnessed a rapid recovery of the West German economy in the decade after the Second World War. The reconstruction and rebirth of German industry alongside foreign initiatives such as the Marshall Plan provided the citizens of West Germany with a much-needed sense of hope that the failures
And
of
the
Versailles
band
and
of
the
pushing
instability
buttons.
of the
Damn,
interwar
they
years
whipping.
would
They
not be
whipping.
repeated.
They look so happy. Okay, what? It's gonna head-on crash with the family and everything's gonna burst into flames and then Hitler's gonna come to the rescue? No, that never happened. Wait, was that the end of the video? Just still in... What the fuck? Why did it end like it? But anyway.